You train hard, build muscle and sharpen your technique. But if your tendons are weak, you're losing power with every strike. Your punches don't land with full force, your kicks lack explosiveness, and worst of all, you're one bad movement away from a serious injury. Most fighters think power comes from muscles, but the real secret is in the tendons. They're your body's springs, storing and releasing energy with every punch, every takedown, every explosive movement. Weak tendons slow you down, steal your knockout power, and absorb force instead of transferring it into your strikes. The best fighters, guys like Yoel Romero, Francis Ngannou, and Rod Tang, have insane tendon strength. That's what makes them explosive, durable, and nearly impossible to break. The good news? You can build tendons like that. This video breaks down the 3 best ways to bulletproof your tendons, so you can punch harder, move faster, and stay injury-free. Let's get into it. Untitled Chapter 1. Isometrics, the foundation of tendon strength. If you want strong, explosive tendons, you need to start with isometrics. This is the foundation. Isometric training forces your tendons to handle high levels of tension without movement, making them denser, stiffer, and more resistant to injury. Why does this matter for fighters? Because in combat sports, you're constantly absorbing and transferring force, whether it's planting your foot before throwing a punch, holding a clinch position, or bracing against a takedown. Weak tendons buckle under that pressure. Strong tendons. They absorb force like steel cables, making you faster, more powerful, and harder to break. Here's how to train them. 1. Static martial arts stances. Traditional martial arts had this figured out long ago. Horse stance, deep lunges, and wall sits aren't just old-school drills, they're tendon-strengthening gold. Holding these positions under tension for 30 to 60 seconds builds rock-solid connective tissue. 2. Heavy isometric holds. Exercises like isometric deadlifts, pulling against an immovable bar, long-duration push-up holds, and weighted static lunges force your tendons to adapt to extreme loads, making them resilient under high impact. Thrice harder joint-specific holds. If you want knockout-proof wrists, knees, and shoulders, you need to target them directly. Think of a wall-supported single-leg holds for knees, hanging scapular holds for shoulders, and a wrist flexor holds for striking stability. Isometrics aren't flashy, but they lay the foundation for speed, power, and injury resistance. Once your tendons are solid, it's time to start reinforcing them with movement. That's where all eccentric training comes in. Chapter 2. Eccentrics, reinforcing tendon durability and power. Once your tendons have the foundational stiffness from isometrics, it's time to reinforce them with eccentric training. Eccentric movements, aka slow, controlled lengthening under tension, force your tendons to adapt by increasing collagen density and elasticity. The result? Tendons that can handle more force, absorb impacts efficiently, and store more energy for explosive movements. Why is this critical for fighters? Because every powerful strike, kick, and takedown involves a rapid stretch-shortening cycle in the tendons. If your tendons aren't trained to handle these loads, you lose power and increase injury risk. Eccentric training hardens your tendons, making them more resistant to strain and rupture. Here's how to apply it. 1. Slow lowering movements. Take classic strength exercises and slow down the negative phase. Lower yourself to slowly heighten squats, push-ups, and pull-ups. Aim for a 4 to 6 second descent to maximize tendon adaptation. 2. Nordic hamstring, curls and reverse Nordic curls. The Nordics are a staple for each hamstring and knee tendon durability, while the reverse variation targets quads and patella tendons. These strengthen the exact areas that fighters rely on for explosive kicks and takedown defense. 3. Loaded drop step and depth drops. These mimic the rapid deceleration fighters experience when changing levels, slipping punches, or setting FARP takedowns. Slowly stepping down from a box, under control now, builds bulletproof to ankle, knee, and hip tendons. Eccentric training doesn't just make your tendons stronger, it makes them more elastic and responsive, storing and releasing energy efficiently. But to fully unlock tendon explosiveness, we need one more key method: plyometrics. Muay Thai Chapter 3, Plyometrics, Unlocking Explosive Tendon Power. Now that your tendons are strong and durable from isometric and eccentric training, it's time to turn them into high-performance springs with plyometrics. Plyometric exercises train your tendons to store and release energy, instantly making your movements faster, sharper, and more explosive. Why does this matter for fighters? Because every punch, kick, and explosive movement relies on rapid force transfer. Plyometric training teaches your tendons to rebound energy instead of absorbing it, which means faster, more powerful strikes, better agility and footwork, more efficient energy use during fights. Here's how to train it. 1. Shock method: jumps. Depth jumps and hurdle hops teach your tendons to react explosively. Step off a box, land briefly, then explode upward. This conditions your lower body tendons to store and release max energy in minimal time, just like a knockout punch or a devastating kick. 2. Rapid-fire punching drills. Think of a high-speed plyometric push-up, but for your fists. Using resistance bands or light weights, throw the fast, repeated punches, focusing on speed and tendon recoil, instead of pure muscle force. This improves reactive stiffness in your arms and shoulders for faster strikes. 3. Reactive bounding and sprint variations. Single leg bounds, sprint takeoffs, and explosive lateral movements mimic the unpredictable high-speed demands of combat sports. They train ankle, knee, and hip tendons to handle quick direction changes without losing speed or balance. Plyometrics take all the stiffness and durability you built in the first 2 phases and turn it into real fight-ending power. But tendon training isn't just about strength, it's about longevity. That's why in the next section we'll wrap it all up and show you how to integrate these methods for maximum results. Chapter 4: Tendon Recovery and Longevity. Stay strong, stay explosive. Training your tendons for this power and durability is only half the battle. The other half: recovery. Unlike muscles, tendons have arless blood flow, meaning they take longer to adapt and heal. If you don't recover properly, you risk chronic inflammation, stiffness, and injuries that can sideline your training. Here's how to keep your tendons strong and resilient for the long haul. Darami Series B1 Strategic Loading. Train smart, not just hard. Tendons don't respond well to constant heavy stress. They need progressive loading, meaning you should cycle between high-intensity training and deload periods to allow full adaptation. 3 to 4 focused tendon sessions per week is ideal, with variation between isometric, eccentric, and plyometric days. 2. Active recovery. Keep the blood flowing. Because tendons get endless circulation, you need to keep blood moving to speed up recovery. Light, high-rep movements, like band exercises or bodyweight drills, flush in nutrients without overloading the joints. Controlled mobility work keeps the tendons supple, preventing stiffness and overuse injuries. Low-impact activities, like swimming, cycling, or shadowboxing on recovery days, help maintain conditioning without excessive tendon strain. Task 3: Nutrition and hydration fuel your connective tissue. Tendons are entirely made of collagen, so your diet needs to support collagen synthesis. Key nutrients include collagen and gelatin, found in bone broth or as a supplement, boosts tendon regeneration. Some vitamin C, essential for collagen production. Eat more citrus, bell peppers, and leafy greens. Magnesium and zinc support recovery and prevent stiffness, found in nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate. Hydration. Tendons are a dense connective tissue, and dehydration makes them more prone to tears and inflammation. Drink plenty of water especially if you're training hard. 4. Soft tissue work and joint health. Your tendons don't work alone. They rely on healthy joints and muscles. Regular massage, foam rolling, and mobility drills help break up tightness around tendons, keeping them elastic and responsive. Joint stability drills, like controlled rotations and resistance band work, ensure tendons are supported by strong, balanced muscles. Why this matters for fighters. Most combat athletes focus only on strength and speed. But the fighters who last, who stay explosive, injury-free, and dominant, are the ones who prioritize tendon health. Mastering recovery isn't weakness. It's how you train harder, stay in the game longer, and keep your power sharp fight after fight. Now that you know how to build and protect your tendons, let's wrap it all up. Number 4, conclusion. Build tendons that hit like steel cables. Now you know the 4 key methods to transform your tendons into high-performance springs. Isometrics for bulletproof, stability, and resilience. Eccentric training for durability and impact absorption. Plyometrics for explosive power and energy transfer. Recovery for longevity. Most fighters only train muscles, but the ones who dominate, whether in striking or grappling, understand that tendons are the secret weapon. Stronger tendons mean harder punches but cards with more snap, faster kicks but with less wasted energy, explosive takedowns and counters, fewer injuries, so you can train harder and longer. How do you apply this? Start with isometrics, then layer in eccentrics, and finally unleash full pure plyometric explosiveness. Train these consistently, and in a few weeks you'll feel the difference. More power, more speed, and better endurance. If you found this valuable, let me know in the comments. What's your biggest weakness? Power, speed, or durability? And if you want more breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Now go train, strengthen those tendons, and I'll see you in the next video.